Out here, the Stephenson High School football team is hard at work getting ready for another season.
You ready to do some arm exercises, Chris? Okay.
While in here, last year's quarterback, Chris McClendon, is doing his own version of two-a-days.
And in. Come on. Pull it in. Pull, pull. Good.
I'm working hard here. It's almost like a football game. So I'm just fighting it by myself. So I treat every day like a championship game and pull through. Football is tough, but
straight up.
This beat football by a long shot.
One. Let's do 10 of them.
Last season, Chris led the Jaguars into the third round of the state playoffs and an 11-2 record. But he won't be playing football in his senior season. Instead, he will be facing the toughest opponent of his life. Some 7 weeks ago, he broke his neck in a car accident. He's been told he may never walk again.
Only for a second, I was down for a little bit. But then I thought about it, and I was like, you know, he can say one thing, but God can say another thing. So when it comes down to it, it's left up to God whether I'm going to walk or not.
The accident happened in the wee hours of the morning on June 13th here along South Deshaun Road in DeKalb County. It was a rainy night. The car hydroplaned and ran off the road, striking this telephone pole so hard that it split. 3 of the people riding in the car walked away from the accident. The only one who couldn't was Chris, who was riding in the passenger seat.
Of course, I feel like out of 4 people, why me, but I think everything happened for a reason, They probably wouldn't be able to take it as well as I am, so I think God don't put, more than you can handle on you.
The support network for Chris is strong. Family, friends, teammates, and even his 2-year-old nephew, Little Chris, who was named after him. Chris is showing improvement, but he still has a long way to go.
Every day brings about a change, and I can't tell you there are not moments that we don't break down. To see him not being able to pretty much scratch his own head and his face, and it can tear you to pieces, but because of his overall attitude about his walking again, it really helps us.
Stephenson football will go on without Chris under center, but his teammates miss his skills, leadership, but most of all, his friendship.
It's like motivation to us because, he's taking it one day at a time, and, we trying to get a state championship, but he's fighting for his life trying to walk and stuff, so it's just motivation to us.
They working hard, and I just asked them to bring me home the championship.
I know he gonna walk, you know what I'm saying? Man, he don't got that bun. So if I gotta walk with him, he gonna walk again.
I'm real confident that I'm gonna be walking out here.
Buck Lanford, Fox 5 Sports.
And Buck is here now with news about a high school football player whose condition seems to be getting a little bit
Seems
better.
like he's showing some improvement, certainly, and it was a great night for him to be able to get out and visit with his old team last night. 3 weeks ago, we told you the story of Chris McClendon, the quarterback at Stephenson High School in DeKalb County, who broke his neck in a car accident in June. He won't be playing football this season. In fact, his goal is to walk again. Last night was emotional as his Jaguars teammates opened their season, a game that he wouldn't have missed for the world. This is not the pregame experience that Stephenson High School quarterback Chris McClendon envisioned for the first game of his senior season. No team bus, no cheerleaders, just a young man, his wheelchair, and a specially equipped van for transporting him to the Georgia Dome. 10 weeks after breaking his neck in a car accident, number 10 has already achieved one of his rehabilitation goals, making it to the Dome.
Hey, Coach. How you doing, man? I'm all right. Good. Good to see you, bro. You all right? All right. You ready to see these guys? Yeah. I'm sure they're ready to see you, too.
Yes, sir!
Y'all looking good, man. Y'all looking real good, man. What's up?
For the next 2 minutes, Chris read from a piece of paper heartfelt words to motivate his teammates for the game and for life.
And if we let our emotions command the game rather than our reason, we will not function effectively. You can't lose if you stay with God's game plan. All right, man.
It's been a lot to us, very emotional, and we love Chris, and he loves this football team. He's always going to be a part of our program.
A quarterback is by nature a team leader, so McClendon led his team from the locker room to the floor of the Georgia Dome. Inside, fans waved their number 10s, the dance team wore his jersey, and even the cheerleaders' banner honored their wounded QB.
All right, Coach.
Gotta have you all 10 games. regular season, you got to come on and lead us out. You were going to be the leader. You got to still do it.
When Calvin Morton intercepted a pass, he celebrated with McClendon.
That was tight, man.
That was for you right there, baby.
That was tight, man.
And when Marcus Ball scored a touchdown to put the Jaguars in the lead, in the end, it was McEachern winning the game 14-13 in overtime. A disappointment for the Stephenson players who wanted this win for number 10.
I'm sure he would love to have been out there tonight. We sure could have used him. But, you know, the kids miss him. I mean, we miss him as a player.
It's just a wake-up call. You know, they got to get everything together. You know, and I know next time they'll play even harder.
And Chris said he plans to attend several more games this season, and it looked to me like he is showing some improvement, a lot more movement in his hands, and great for him to get out and get to do something and experience that first game last night.
He's inspirational.
And I'm sure it meant a lot to his teammates.
Oh, absolutely it did. Because, as we say, the quarterback is the leader of the team, and even though he's not playing, he's still a leader on that team.
In spirit, exactly. Thanks, Buck.
Still
Stephenson High School quarterback Chris McClendon has been paralyzed since a car accident almost 3 months ago.
The lessons he's learned as an athlete have helped him with his rehabilitation at the Shepherd Center in Buckhead.
And today he was officially released from the inpatient program. And as Buck Lanford tells us now, he has a new home away from home.
How you doing? Ready to go home?
I'm ready.
There is a lot to pack after 72 days at the Shepherd Center in Buckhead as Stephenson High School quarterback Chris McClendon says goodbye to room 216.
I made a lot of progress. I mean, my legs are getting stronger. I'm starting to move them better. My upper body is getting stronger, you know.
McClendon broke his neck in a car accident along South DeShawn Road in DeKalb County some 11 weeks ago. And after a lot of hard work, he has graduated from the inpatient program to the rigorous day program.
They said it's going to be more intense. You know, they're going to work me harder, you know, and that's what I'm ready for, you know, do it in football practice. And I figure I could do it in, you know, day program. What's up?
Man.
Yeah, man.
Good to see you, player. How you doing?
So, I'm cool.
His goal is to walk again. Until then, his wheelchair gets him across Peachtree Street to his new temporary home at the Brookwood Valley Apartments, about a football field away from the Shepherd Center.
It's pretty nice, you know. It's pretty nice.
Beats the hospital room, huh?
Oh, yeah. Beats the hospital. Beats the hospital room. Got a kitchen, so I know it's going to beat the hospital food.
The convenient one-bedroom apartment is wheelchair accessible, and Chris already has a pair of optimistic roommates, his mom and stepfather.
The transition would be great for Chris, right across the street from the hospital, and then just to see how he adjusts back into the home setting, and I think that's a wonderful idea.
Just keep on praying, keep on praying, keep on praying till I can't pray no more. And I just know it's going to get better.
The last two Friday nights, Chris has gotten out and gone to watch his high school football team play. Unfortunately, he's witnessed 2 losses by a total of 2 points. He's not going to be able to make it out this week, but he will be with the team in spirit as the Stephenson Jaguars look for their first win of the season. At the Shepherd Center, Buck Lanford, Fox 5 Sports.
Chris McClendon was initially told by a doctor at another hospital that he would never take another step. His family is encouraged by his progress, and he vows he will walk again.
Keep on praying.
On June 13th of last year, the life of former Stephenson High School quarterback Chris McClendon changed forever.
A car wreck left him paralyzed and unable to play the sport he loves. Well, Fox 5's Buck Lanford joins us now with an inspiring story about a young man who was a winner off the football field as well.
And you got to keep in mind, it's been less than a year to this point as you watch this story, the progress that he's made. The old Chris McClendon thought only of football. He dreamed of one day playing on the college level, but when the car accident ended those dreams, a new Chris McClendon evolved. Of course, he still loves football, but it is no longer his top priority. He is now dedicated to family, his new girlfriend, Brittany, helping others and walking again.
You got to brace yourself for this now. It's serious business.
Whatever.
Tell me out. Tell me out. Boom. Look, I'm in the end zone.
It is one of Chris McClendon's favorite pastimes, showing his Stephenson football highlight DVD to anyone who will watch.
This will keep me going, you know.
Videos, pictures, and memories are all that's left of the former star quarterback's football playing days, a promising career that ended prematurely when a car accident changed his life.